Hi everyone, thanks for coming back for part 2. In this part of the video, what I want to do is talk about the planet Jupiter as well as the planet Venus in relation to the constellation Leo and how all of that might pertain to the prophecy in Genesis 49:10. And as you can see here, it's showing the path of the planet Jupiter, and this is starting all the way back in 2015. This August right here is referring to August of 2015. And Jupiter has been in the constellation Leo since about that time, all the way through September, October, November, December. And then in January, it started to retrograde and went back through Leo during February, March, April, and May. Then it started to exit Leo again starting around June. And here's July. And by August, it should have pretty much departed from Leo. And so that's the path of Jupiter. But what I wanted to mention is that there's also the planet Venus, which also will be in the constellation Leo, or has been in the constellation Leo since about, well, this chart right here is showing August 15th of this year, actually. It's showing August. And so I don't know if it's in there yet or not, but it will be by August 5th. Venus will be in the planet Leo, and you see it going around this way. And here's August 10th, and it goes to about August 30th right here, and then it loops around by September, and then this is September 29th. And then it exits out by October 4th. And so what I want to point out is if the first part is talking about Jupiter, it's saying the scepter, in other words, Jupiter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver, which if this is referring to Venus, it's saying nor will Venus depart from between his feet until Shiloh come. And if you look at these charts, you'll see that there's actually going to be a convergence with these two planets right around the time of August, because you see that Jupiter will be departing from Leo between July and August right here, and then Venus around August 5th will also be departing from Leo until about September 29th or so. So it makes this loop starting from around August 10th through the 15th. You see it departing out from Leo here, August 15th, August 5th through the 15th. And then it loops around, comes back towards Leo, and then departs for good from Leo right around October 4th. But there's actually going to be a conjunction with Jupiter when they're in between Leo and Virgo right around, I believe it's August 27th, and you can look further down here to see the exact date of the conjunction. It's showing it right here, August 27th. There's going to be a conjunction with Venus on that date right here, August 27th. there's a conjunction with Venus. And also, in terms of the eclipse, I really couldn't find anything on an eclipse, but there is going to be an occultation, which is about the same thing. There's a lunar occultation that's expected to take place with Jupiter, and that's going to be on August 5th and 6th. So you see it mentioned right here. Lunar occultations take place, visible in twilight and or darkness, from the following locations. So on August 6th, there's going to be one in the southern Pacific Ocean. And that's the only thing that I could find that might have anything to do with an eclipse, an actual eclipse. But I think when it's talking in this prophecy about Jupiter being eclipsed or departing from Leo, it may just be talking about the apparition of the planet Jupiter itself, which pretty much began right around mid-September 2015. You can see that here. It says Jupiter reappears in the dawn sky in mid-September 2015, positioned in central southern Leo, marking the start of the planet's 2015-16 apparition. The planet reaches its January 2016 eastern stationary point just inside Leo's eastern border, then retrogrades towards a March opposition position just 40 degrees west of the star Sigma Leonis, the rear pair of the Lion. Western stationary point is reached in May 2016, after which the planet resumes direct motion, entering Virgo, the Virgin, in early August. Jupiter becomes lost in the evening twilight during early September. So it actually, the apparition lasts, or this latest apparition lasted from mid-September 2015 and goes through to early September 2016. And then it kind of disappears, and then Jupiter emerges again in the eastern sky in mid-October. So when the prophecy is talking about the arch planet not being eclipsed or not passing or departing until Shiloh comes, which is the first part of this prophecy, it could just be talking about the apparition of Leo, which is the time that the apparition of Jupiter, which is the time that Jupiter is actually in view in the constellation Leo, which would have been from mid-September 2015 and going through to about early September 2016. And then right around August is when it starts to move towards Virgo. So right around August, let's see, about, it doesn't have the exact date here, but you can see it right here in August going towards Virgo. And then by October, it's in the constellation Virgo, September, October. So during the time of August, it's actually in between the two constellations. And then there's a conjunction with Venus right on August 26th, 27th. There's going to be a conjunction with Venus. And then you see Venus here August 5th heading out from Leo till about August 15th. Then it's completely out by August 15th from Leo, but then it loops back around. And then there's a conjunction right around here, around the 27th, with Jupiter, and then it loops, and then it's out of Leo right after September 29th, early October. So there's still a possibility that this prophecy will not be completely ended on July 14th. I think the first part is talking about the apparition of the planet Jupiter, which would be the king planet or the arch planet. And then it could be that this is talking about the planet Venus, the prince. This is the word that's used for Messiah, the prince. This would be the other ruler that's being talked about here, coming out from the thigh or from the feet of Leo. So it's actually the second part of the prophecy where the planet comes out of the feet of Leo, and we see that taking place with Venus from between August 5th to about August 15th, but then it loops back around, and then it completely goes out right around September 29th through October 4th. So there's still time for this prophecy to still yet be fulfilled. I think the part about going from between the feet of Leo actually is more about the second part of this prophecy, or the second planet, which I believe is referring to the planet Venus, which would be referring to Messiah the Prince, the bright morning star, which is Jesus. And this also ties into fits in with the Bible code that I had done on August 4th. And I'll pull that up in just a second. Okay, this is the Bible code on Bible Code Wisdom when you put in August 4th. And I had showed this in my last video, how the first verse that comes up in Luke 178, where it says, "Because of the tender mercy of our God, whereby the day spring from on high shall visit us." This is the first scripture that's coming up for August 4th, and then we see that on August 4th is right around, well, it's just before the time that Venus is starting to depart from Leo until about the 15th, and then Jupiter at that time is about here, and then there's a conjunction with Jupiter and Venus right around the 27th, and there's an occultation that occurs with Jupiter, which would be an eclipse with the moon, a lunar occultation that's mentioned over here at the bottom, that takes place August 5th through 6th. So it could be that there's still more to this prophecy. There's still more that needs to be fulfilled concerning the planet Venus. And like I said, that's what's mentioned here when you put in August 4th. It mentions the day spring, which is a reference to the bright morning star, which is talked about here, which is in reference to Jesus primarily. But of course, there's also the false morning star as well that's made reference to, which would be Lucifer. And they both come at the same time. And this is something that Informed Christians was talking about on his channel as well, how the false Christ also is represented by a roaring lion, and how they're making preparations for the false Christ to come as well. But I'm almost out of time with this video. I just wanted to mention that I have a lot more that I want to share with these Bible codes, and particularly with this table. But since I'm running out of time, I'm just going to have to continue with another video. But the main point that I wanted to make right now is that there's still time for this prophecy in Genesis 49:10 to be fulfilled. So if July 14th happens to pass and it hasn't been fulfilled yet, just don't lose hope that this prophecy is over. There's still more time for this prophecy to be fulfilled. And thanks for watching, and God bless you.